Time now for a bright spot of news brought to you by Paul's Designer Showroom on Lake Lorraine in Sioux Falls. They can brighten any room with a beautiful light fixture. We're going to brighten your day right now with not one, but two comics who are going to join us for a special event coming up next week. We've got the SnoJam Comedy Festival, and we're going to start with CodyUlrich. He's a comedian that'll be in Sioux Falls next week. Cody, how are you, sir?
Hey, I'm doing great. It's cold out here, but I doubt it's as cold as it is out there.
Now, where are you right now? Because you're kind of like out on a tour, right?
No, I'm currently in Denver. I am sitting in a hotel in Bloomfield, Colorado.
Well, we are excited to have you in a hotel in Sioux Falls, South Dakota next week for the SnoJam Comedy Festival. Do you do quite a few comedy festivals?
Yeah, absolutely. The most recent one I was on, it's obviously been a little crazy in recent years, so many have been canceled, but it was High Plains Comedy Festival out in Denver, Colorado. That's our big one. We've had, over the years, folks like Maria Bamford, David Cross, and several other people run that, or not run that, but headline it. It is run by Adam Caton Holland, who is kind of one of our local heroes around here, and nice. And that's typically a great time.
Well, we are excited to have you join us in Sioux Falls for the SnoJam Comedy Festival. Over 250 people submitted videos, which is a record for this festival, and you are one of the folks that'll be here. We're excited to have you here.
Yeah, I was very excited to get the email. Well, a lot of times in these festival circuits, you'll send out tape. It's a whole grueling process, and it's kind of like applying for colleges, where you may get a lot of rejection letters, but when you get good ones, that's always exciting.
Well, we are excited to have you here next week. Have you been to Sioux Falls, South Dakota before?
Never. I've seen some pictures. It looks like you guys have like a big river running through the middle of it.
Yeah, we do. We've got a river going right through the town, and then that's where the falls are. That's where the name comes from.
Yeah, I'm very excited to be out there. I was looking at the temperatures from the same dates last year, and it looks like in the night it was dropping into about -9.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Yeah, well, it'll be a good time for people to maybe stay inside and watch some comedy shows.
Absolutely, and we're excited to have you here. Thank you for being a part of the festival, and I look forward to meeting you when you're in town.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very excited.
Again, Cody is just one of the many comics who will be in Sioux Falls next week for SnoJam Comedy Festival. Another comic who will be here next week is Tyler Corbine. Tyler, how are you, man?
Hey, good. How are you?
I am fantastic. Now, where are you from? You're from South Dakota, right?
Yeah, I'm from Rapid City.
Very cool. So you're used to this weather that we're going to have for the festival next week. How long have you been performing stand-up comedy, Tyler?
Oh, for about 5 or 6 years now.
And what was it that first got you interested in doing this?
It's just been something that I've always kind of seen going on in my life. Always used to watch a lot of Comedy Central, so seeing like the Chappelle Show and the Chappelle stand-up and all the different kinds of stand-up comedy shows that they had on those, and I thought, wow, those guys seem good.
Yeah,
I'd like to do that.
That is really cool. And would you say those are kind of your influences then, like Dave Chappelle?
Oh, like Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, Ray Romano. Pretty much anybody who was big in the early 2000s. That was kind of what I ended up watching.
That is really, really cool. And those are all very, very funny folks. So what kind of comedy, if people were going to kind of say this is the style of humor that you have when you're on stage, what would you say that is? Is it like their humor?
A little bit. I mean, I try to be a little edgy, but not so much as those guys. Mine's a little bit more storytelling centric, kind of a little more longer form stuff. I try to keep things kind of like grounded to tell about like the things that happen to me or the way that I see things in like story kind of driven comedy.
That is really cool. Well, we're excited to see you in Sioux Falls. Now, you've probably been to Sioux Falls before, haven't you?
Oh yeah, I've performed at Boss Comedy Club down there.
That is awesome. Well, we're excited to have you back. And is this your first time being in the SnoJam Comedy Festival?
It is.
Well, we are excited to see you here next week. And again, if people would like to find you online, is there a place they can find you and follow you for your comedy stuff?
Well, I got my website, TylerCorbine.com, TylerCorbine. A lot of folks forget the E. But I do there. I have an Instagram under Tyler Corbine and a Twitter account under Tyler Corbine where I occasionally post stuff.
Very cool. Well, I look forward to meeting you next week. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Again, Tyler and Cody, who we heard from earlier, are two of the 30-plus comics who will be in Sioux Falls next week helping to raise money for the South Dakota Special Olympics. It's SnoJam Comedy Festival, 6th annual event. Come join us. All the details at snowjamcomedyfest.com.